Welcome, Capricorn. Welcome in. If you're new to my channel, I'm High Priestess Elif, and I welcome you to evolve with me. Let's take a look at what your reading is going to be about. Well, we know that there's a new direction. This has been the energy for you, Capricorn, for some time now, which is not unusual because that is how it is. We usually have a particular phase or period on our journey that we are working through. So lots of changes, the universe sort of calling you in a new direction and you having to navigate that and decide what feels right for you. Your message is about laying something to rest. Okay. Death and rebirth, laying something to rest. You might have had to say goodbye to something of late. Perhaps there's been a loss of some kind. All right. You've got the number 34 on your oracle card, and you've got the number 36 on the Lenormand. All right, Capricorn. So that is what your reading is going to be about. Well, let's take a look. Is this the deck that I know? I'm feeling called to use a different deck. Let's use the Dragon Tarot for your reading today. Returning subscribers, always good to have you here. Welcome in, get comfortable. Let's connect to Spirit. For the newbies, I hope you do enjoy the energy, and if you find that you have felt drawn to this reading and that the message resonates, that you connect well with my energy, then I do hope that you decide to become a part of the community and subscribe. For new subscribers, there is an opportunity for you to get a free intro reading in love or money or health. So take advantage of that if you do decide to subscribe. And then the rest of the terms and conditions are in the description box below. Okay. So, returning subscribers, I want to thank you and take a moment to thank you for all of your support on my channel. Those of you who have reached out for a private reading, coaching sessions, and doing all the things, the comments, the likes, everything that you do, all of your interaction, I notice it. I want to thank you so much. Remember that I am doing a giveaway at the end of this month. I already had the winner for last month, so we're doing one at the end of April again. So if you've decided to watch more than to watch 3 videos or more, make sure that you comment within your comment, you add which video it is that you are watching. Okay, first, second, third, fourth, whatever, so that I can enter you into the draw. And I will definitely be posting the winner right here in a public post at the end of the month. You have entered a sacred space. The archangels in the north, south, east, and west have their sacred flames burning. And I give thanks to my guides and keepers, your guides and keepers, for bringing us together, giving me access to your energy, and for choosing me to channel these messages for you, to bring these messages to you. Okay. So Capricorn, there is an energy of some old things coming back to the surface lately. You know, sometimes we process and we work through loss and we work through grief. And then we have an experience that just brings us back round and highlights that perhaps there were layers that we need to go back and sit with, that have, you know, the universe gives us a new opportunity to process things. So keep in mind that it's not that you are regressing, it's not that you are going backwards. It's just that we often heal certain karmic cycles in layers. All right. If you've experienced a loss, perhaps there's been a death or, of some kind, that this always signifies a rebirth, but it is very important for us to learn how to honor the sacred rite of passage of our loved ones to the other side. Pets, friends. For some people, there seems to be distant relatives or old friends. Just seems, it can sometimes seem like you get news about death, one after the other, and that can bring to the surface just our mortality, you know, and how fragile life really is, and how short our time here can be whilst we are lost in the daily ups and downs, you know. So I do feel like there is some heaviness that's come to the surface for you. Remember, this is an opportunity and you are never ever alone. So please keep in mind, if the message resonates, claim it without a doubt. It's a general reading. It's for a collective. It might not all resonate with you. But if it triggers, that is usually where your work begins. All right, let's begin. I do feel that Spirit is going to be taking over most. Well, Spirit is always here, but I feel quite a deep channeled energy coming through. This is a deeply spiritual time for you, Capricorn, and what is coming to the surface is these deep waters, deep emotions that you are being given an opportunity to revisit and to sit with. And you might be feeling very, very lonely at this time, because often these things we have to do on our own. It's like scurrying. No one sees in the crystal ball or in the water or in the mirror what you see. Only you have the capacity to see that vision, all right, to see that truth, to see that revelation. What is Capricorn's energy right now? Thank you, Spirit. We've got Justice. Justice, all right, let me just check my deck here. All right, so Justice came out in the reverse, but Justice is always a positive, whether it comes out in the reverse or not. However, I will take it into account, Capricorn, because immediately when I looked at the card, I heard Spirit saying, it doesn't feel like things are going as well as they could. And it's okay to feel what you feel, but just a gentle reminder, they're still working in your favor. A lot of things are coming into balance. And as you're being given an opportunity to revisit some heavy stuff right now, it is an opportunity. The universe is allowing this subject to just move into a righter place for you, into more balance, more harmony, and more justice. Everything is working out for you. And at the end of the day, we have to decide what we deserve, what we are ready to let in. Sometimes we want to let in things that we are not ready for because there are parts of us that still don't have the capacity for it. We're a little bit fragile. Sometimes it's hard to believe in certain outcomes when we've constantly been disappointed. And I think that whatever you're experiencing right now, Spirit is saying to me, you're going through this so that your capacity can expand, because it's hard for you to believe or to expect more. Okay? And your expectation is moving into a new place. But just remember to be gentle with yourself. If there's a legal matter, all right, or it feels like some things have been going wrong, it only looks that way from where you stand. But as life moves you, you will be able to look at it from a different perspective, and you will see that it was actually always working in your favor. Okay, and that you were being guided to the perfect outcome. So, as I've said, if there is a legal matter, or you feel like you've been treated unfairly in a particular situation, this actually serves you. Right, so what is crossing Justice? What is crossing this energy of justice for my Capricorn collective? Shadow. All right, so sometimes our shadows make it difficult for us to tell the time, okay, to know where we are in relation to anything. Sometimes our shadows make opportunities seem more frightening than they actually are. It's easy for us to see what could go wrong, And often the nervous system reacts to a challenge as a threat. But a challenge always comes before an opportunity. So I feel as though for you, Capricorn, there is a burnt bridge that you are having to cross once again to perhaps reconcile with a version of yourself or an aspect of yourself. And in your 3D world, this could be symbolic of something that should reside in the past. So I feel like there's a connection or a relationship or a subject in your life that you are revisiting here, or you are considering revisiting it, but perhaps you're hesitant because, well, going back down bridges that we've burnt takes courage. It can be a scary thing. All right. But just keep in mind, Capricorn, perhaps you're not seeing things for what they are. All right. What has happened in the recent past to bring Capricorn into this current position? The Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles is about wanting to create stability, wanting more security, thinking about, daydreaming about all the beautiful possibilities, but then also finding yourself, your focus drifting into the past to periods in your life where you attempted the same thing and you didn't have a great outcome. And then you're like a pendulum swinging back and forth between the past and what's possible in the future, and you don't go anywhere. For me, when I read the Page of Pentacles, this is someone that is very much in their head. Scratching my throat. But they sort of inactive or stuck in a sense. Stuck up there. Okay. And perhaps you did not take action towards something in the way that you would have liked to, or in the way that would have served you best towards your security, your stability. But we do learn. What is leaving your reality? Nine of Cups. You feel like maybe. So, okay, this also explains a little bit of the heaviness emotionally with the Nine of Cups. Perhaps I'm getting the energy of perhaps that ship has sailed. My wish fulfillment. What I ideally would have wanted in love, and what I ideally would have wanted, my hopes and dreams, maybe my expectations. Maybe I was being delusional. So a sense of you being a bit jaded right now. Like you've lost a bit of hope in your dreams and aspirations, especially around love and your emotional world. But with the cross here, the sacrifice, the symbol of sacrifice, the symbol of persecution, I think that whatever's happened for you or whatever you've experienced of late, and it could be more than one thing for some of you, this makes sense. It makes sense that you are feeling a little bit hopeless. Okay, so in this situation, and this could be in a connection, of course, but please remember, I'm going to read it as if it was a connection or your relationship. But I'm also getting the message from Spirit that that this theme has come up in more than one area for you. Justice is Libra energy as well. You've got these major arcana right in the center of your energy, and so this is a massive energy moving you. Lots and lots of change. I want to look at, with you feeling the sense of loss and feeling as though you've been sacrificed, or something important has been sacrificed and you are being persecuted for doing what you feel is right. What really happened here? The Hermit. So with the Hermit, there is this energy of being driven inwards. An energy of being focused on oneself. So this could be your person. And sometimes this can be a single energy. So I feel as though this connection came up for you as a beautiful opportunity and possibility, but then activated so much within you that it began to drive you inward. And perhaps this has happened for your person. Same thing, the connection offered them so many beautiful possibilities, but perhaps activated something within them that they had to sit with between them. And so this could be a great challenge when two people are drawn together and they have the idea or the aspiration to build together, but then they're activated to sit with parts of themselves, and the relationship can feel as though it goes as if it's being neglected. There is a stage within their journey, within your journey, that has to be navigated solo. And this is why I feel like you are separated. That is this, there's definitely been a sense of loss here. So what is the opportunity that this Hermit energy brings you? Because it is a very spiritual card. It's about taking this path, walking with Source, with the divine, with your inner being. The opportunity here is the Knight of Cups. That this path that you have been taken down, that you have been guided towards, offers you a new opportunity in love. A new opportunity in your relationship with love. I feel like your person could potentially be that on the other side of this tunnel, because it does feel a little bit like a tunnel. It could be a tunnel of trees. It doesn't have to be a tunnel like a concrete tunnel. But like on the other side of this, there is more clarity, and your person comes back around and offers you this cup. And then for some of you, that is a whole new opportunity. But the Knight of Cups does not feel like a new person for me here. How does this person feel about you? Okay, because with the Moon, this is definitely the ego, fears, shadows taking over. Not our best side, taking the light. And then taking things a little bit too far, pushing the relationship a little bit too far, and potentially pushing the connection away. And that's definitely the energy here. How is it that this person of yours feels about you right now, Capricorn? The Lovers. It feels complicated to me. It's a soulmate energy. Could be twin flames. But it feels more evolved than even that. But the Lovers is about choosing yourself fully. You know, we often think that making conditional decisions, building conditions in this world that serves just us, that is choosing ourselves. Choosing oneself often goes way deeper. It's about being able to choose you, the version of you that person is symbolic of. without avoiding any area of your life, without avoiding any layers. And with this moon here, there's definitely the shadows that have been avoided. Shadows that are so frightening that we will burn the bridge, you know, we'll burn things, destroy things. There are challenges here and complications. The Lovers often comes with a lot of conditional challenges. There could be distance, there could be a third party, there could be financial challenges, there could be differences, philosophical differences, different ideologies, different values. There could just be these big rocks between you that you have to overcome in order to fully choose one another. But there is love. What is coming in for you, Capricorn? You've got the Five of Pentacles. All right, so you've still got more challenges coming here. Five of Pentacles is a feeling of being abandoned, left out in the cold, a lack of stability and security. Your world has been a little bit shaken. But you know what, Capricorn, you're not the only one. It's the times. It's a challenging time right now. We get so many of us as readers, we're bringing through these beautiful messages, and it feels like, okay, are these predictions? Because even though this is the energy we're picking up right now, it's not looking that way. People are having a really tough time. What works in your favor? What is working in your favor, Capricorn? The Ace of Wands. A new passionate beginning. A blank slate. It's as if the universe is clearing the path for new. Perhaps you've gotten too content, too comfortable. And so you're devaluing new opportunities or overthinking them. And so clearing the path, clearing just clearing the canvas allows you to paint a fresh picture. External influences. Judgment. It's the energy of, well, the universe closed this door, and so it must be that it's not meant to be. It's the energy of a chapter must be closed in my life. Once again, this energy of death and rebirth, of sacrificing something, perhaps a false sense of comfort, a false sense of security that you've been holding on to. And that false sense of security being deconstructed so that you can realize it was never real and it was holding you back in some way. Hopes and fears, Capricorn. Hopes and fears. Hangman. You're afraid of remaining stuck when it comes to this particular area of your life. The Hangman is about gaining new perspective. It's as if the universe has put you in a timeout. And perhaps you've put your person in a timeout. And you're afraid that this is it. There's nothing more, there's nothing else. There will be no new perspective to open that door for a new opportunity in love with them. Or perhaps just with whoever you're meant to be with, you know. What will the outcome be here between you, the Fool? All right. So this is your person taking a leap of faith towards you, or you taking a leap of faith towards this Knight of Cups, this opportunity in love that comes towards you. This is you having a fresh perspective. So even though right now things seem dark and you don't have much clarity and it feels like you're just being blown in the wind a little bit, you do find new clarity and strength. And there's a new focus and a new sense of alignment with source, with your inner being, and with that direction. Try and allow yourself to be seen in your less than perfect and held together state. Challenge yourself to be vulnerable, even if that means being judged. Because with what I'm seeing here is that you navigate all of the heavy emotional stuff just between you and you. And when you do that, you can only do what you've always done. You cannot do anything new because you're doing that so that you're not challenged. And if you're not challenged, there's no space for growth. And if you refuse to allow yourself to be vulnerable, you're saying to the universe, I'm okay with how things are and how they've always been. And you might be saying that to yourself, Capricorn. But are you being honest with yourself? Really honest with yourself? This phase will pass. We have the Fool at the end of your reading. So, it's an opportunity. Where you are is the perfect place to be right now, to help you to get ready, to be ready for what it is that you've been wanting to manifest. Draw on your resources and get support. Because navigating this on your own with your shadows means you're just getting validation from your own reflection over and over. And you go round and round in a mirror room far longer than you need to. When it comes to you and this connection, I'm not picking up in the energy that you or this person, your person, has made any decision about the relationship or about this bridge that's been burned. Both of you are sort of not, both of you have sort of decided the bridge is burned. But it feels to me like there are unprocessed things. And so you and your person are very much mirroring one another. And maybe distracted by other things intentionally. This often happens when people have been deeply hurt. So, be gentle with yourself. And if you would like some support with this, maybe you'd like to get a private reading, take a closer look at the situation or a particular situation. Perhaps you want to process your grief in a facilitated environment. You can contact me as a spiritual coach and guide. And we can do some energy healing if that's what your guides suggest. All of my coaching sessions are very, very channeled, very, very guided by my guides, your guides. And so it's very customized. But you have resources. Okay, whatever you do, do what is best for you. Love and light. See you next time. Bye now.